Good evening, everyone. 7:32. My name is Rika Levin. I'm mayor of the village. Happy to see everybody here. We wanted to do this outside because it was a beautiful earlier part of the day, but obviously everybody can understand why we brought it in. We're going to do the pledge and then we are going to celebrate. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay.
Mayor, can I take the roll?
Yes, please.
Trustee Fritchie,
Present.
trustee White,
Present.
trustee Casada,
Present.
deputy mayor Lopez,
Present.
mayor Levin.
Present. Thank you. Okay, so these are happy times. We love doing this stuff. So during COVID, we weren't able to do as much of this. I'm very excited. We want to go through some promotions, say a few words. There will be plenty of opportunity for picture taking and etc. And I think we can get started. Chief, we're going to start with Police Lieutenant appointment of Andrew J. Moirano. Yes? Oh, you want to do the detective? I have it,
Yeah, we can start with resolution A, appointment of police officer.
Police Lieutenant. Oh, so it's the appointment. So aren't we doing that first? All right, we're
That was
doing the
right.
appointment first, right?
Appointment of police officer Addison J. Chavez to detective at an annual salary of $121,498 effective May 29, 2023.
Do we have a motion, right? So move. Don't we have to, is this a motion or it's not
Yes.
legislative?
Oh, it's
Doesn't
an
matter.
appointment. Oh,
It's
okay.
an appointment,
Never
so we
mind.
don't have to go through this. Okay. We're on. I think the mic is on. This was an appointment, so it's not.
Go ahead after you. Sure.
Okay.
All right, so two things we're going to do tonight. First, with the appointment of a detective, that's a selection of somebody, their police officers assigned as detectives. Addison will go up to the detective division and work in investigations. A little different from what you'll see in just a minute, where civil service promotions, they have to pass by law resolution for those folks to get, for those folks to be sworn in. One of the reasons you sometimes see a bump in the road is the detective is such a rare opportunity. There are only 5 detectives in the Austin Police Department. At times we've had a couple more, at times we've had a few less. It is a tremendously rare opportunity. One of the things for all the families to really realize about the opportunity to become a detective is that in policing, we see a lot of things as a zero-sum environment. We bring people in, we compete against each other, we work as a unit, but everybody's competing for that one very rare prize, that opportunity to be recognized and have a gold shield pinned on. Sometimes people will spend a lifetime striving for something that they deserve fully. And in every case where we pin one on, I think what most people don't realize is that there's not a winner and a bunch of losers. In Ossining, we had to pick from good and great. And there are so many people that I'd love to put this badge on. Today, we had to make a selection and we picked somebody tremendously worthy of this. What really makes Addison stand out is his willingness to go out and do the things that this community needs, not necessarily what we want to do or what we love to do. Addison has spent the last few years working on quality of life issues in our downtown, specific to complaints from residents who are asking for help from the police to make their neighborhoods better for the kids that live in those neighborhoods. We then said, go to night times, and we tasked you with going after our bars and making sure that everybody there is regulated so that those that live around our alcohol establishments can have a quality of life that they deserve, the thing that we come to expect in Ossining. He's put a tremendous amount of heart and tremendous amount of effort into this. So now the next mission, now that he's done his part and we've put him in place, is to go out and develop all the other people around him. Addison's been here for how many years now? 8 years, homegrown from Ossining. Now the job is to go upstairs, learn everything you can as a detective and teach everybody along the way, everything you can. So with the next detective we make, we pass on all that knowledge and we ensure a tremendously effective detective division for the future. So congratulations. We look forward to your work. I do have to acknowledge that his compelling argument for making a detective was that he was the only Chavez without a gold badge and he was tired of sitting at the kids' table. So I'm so glad you get to sit with the adults.
It's really a pleasure actually to see both of you. Where's your family? Is the whole group the family? Are you the father?
Yes.
Get over here. Where's the mother? Come up here. So I'm Mayor Levin. It's an absolute, and we don't care about them. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I know that really so much of this is about family. I've said this before. When you're a police officer, so much is what your parents do and however you define parents. Not everybody's fortunate enough to have parents, but for those of us that do, congratulations to you. This is a great accomplishment. These two guys I've gotten to know a little bit, and between the chess games and the community, it's just the community is so much better off for them. I talk to the parents because I feel that it really is such a family sacrifice when people become officers, whether it's spouses or children, in a sense, not only what we see in the ridiculous movies we all watch, but in real life. I mean, they really are a spitting image of you, no offense, but they really, I could see you from a mile away. So I want to thank you for bringing these two guys to our community. I want to thank you for being here tonight. As a parent myself, I know this is a proud moment for you. And I know you're not disappointing your mom and dad, either of you. So the pressure is on, but they really are such an asset, both to the police department, our community. I'd bring the whole family up, but you guys will do that later. And very, very nice to meet both of you.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
for being here.
Thank you.
All right. Village Board Resolutions. Resolution A, Police Lieutenant Appointment, Andrew J. Majorana. Resolved, the County of Westchester Department of Human Resources has certified to the Village of Ossining a list of eligible candidates containing at least 3 names for the contingent permanent appointment of police lieutenant. And whereas Andrew J. Majorana is ranked on the aforesaid list of eligible candidates. Now therefore, it is resolved that the Board of Trustees of the Village of Ossining, pursuant to the applicable provision of civil service law and the unconsolidated laws of New York State, hereby appoints Andrew J. Majorana to the position of police lieutenant in the Village of Ossining Police Department from eligible list number 76-347, effective May 29, 2023, at an annual salary of $140,992. This appointment is subject to a probationary period of not less than 12 nor more than 52 weeks.
Do we have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Any comments? Great. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And that's it. That's how we pass a resolution. Just a comment, everything's being recorded. That doesn't mean anything to anybody in the audience, but if you're gonna have sidebar conversation, it will all end up being recorded, just an FYI. Hello, who's this? Excellent, and your name?
Gabriella.
Gabriella, Rika Levin. Nice to meet you. Okay, we're gonna read this together. Nervous? Okay. Okay, you gotta raise your, yes, I'm supposed to do that too. Come here for a minute. Because I'm holding, here, hold that, so we can both read it together. Okay, I
Aye.
gotta put in your name.
Andrew John Majorana,
Great, being duly sworn, state on my honor.
being duly sworn, state on my honor.
I will never betray my badge, my integrity, my character, or the public trust.
I will never betray my badge, my integrity, my character, or the public trust.
I will always have the courage to hold myself and others accountable for our actions.
I will always have the courage to hold myself and others accountable for our actions.
Further, that I am a resident of the state of New York and I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
Further, that I am a resident of the state of New York and I will support the Constitution of the United States of America.
and the state of New York.
And the state of
Sorry
New
about that. I will obey all the ordinances, rules, and regulations of the Village of Ossining.
I will obey all the ordinances, rules, and regulations of the Village of Ossining
and will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of
and will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Police Lieutenant
in and for said Village of Ossining,
in and for said Village of Ossining,
New York, to the best of my
New
ability.
York, to the best of my ability.
And that is how we do it.
That was exactly. That was. I think that's the feedback. All right. Oh, Drew, we've spent a lifetime together. If you walked out in town, oftentimes when you wear a uniform, people say, well, which one is that? Right? Because we all wear the same thing every day. And we all start to blend together after a while. If you ask people which one is that, we all know what the description is. It's the big guy with all the muscles, right? That's him. But when we come here and talk about why Drew's a lieutenant today, that's not the reason why. The reason why is you take a guy who's done some behind the scenes things that the public will probably never hear about. That he took our SWAT team, something that took blood, sweat, and tears and 15 or 20 years of building from people that came before us just to get it on the street and work. And he got it New York State accredited. One of the only SWAT teams in all of Westchester County to do that. And why is that important? Not just because we think SWAT is cool and they get to wear cool uniforms and have lots of toys, but because they take sometimes the most dangerous work that we do, the most specialized activities that we're tasked with. And they said, we're going to hold ourselves to a standard so high that we're not even setting it ourselves. We're going with a New York State standard, something that most departments do not have the capacity to accomplish. Then he said, you know what? This is Ossining. We need to do this on somebody else's money. And went out and got a whole bunch of grant money so that we could do those things to help afford it. Why? Because when you work here, you come to realize that far more than taking care of yourselves, we have to look out for the people that live around us. And part of that means doing it in a way that the village can afford so that we can have all of the specialties, all of the tools, all the things necessary to keep our community safe and keep things affordable so we can all still continue to live here. A long, long list of accomplishments. So now we all put that behind us and we say, Drew is now going to be tasked with supervising the entire patrol division as a patrol commander right now. He's responsible for every single uniform cop that's going to go out on the road. We'll watch him closely. We'll teach him what he needs to know. We'll guide him as he goes. But I have all the faith in the world that this is the person that we need to take our department into the next generation.
Okay, Resolution B, Police Sergeant Appointment, Japheth A. Chavez. Resolved, the County of Westchester Department of Human Resources has certified to the Village of Ossining a list of eligible candidates containing at least 3 names for the contingent permanent appointment of police sergeant. And whereas Japheth A. Chavez is ranked on the aforesaid list of eligible candidates, now therefore it is resolved that the Board of Trustees of the Village of Ossining, pursuant to the applicable provision of civil service law and the unconsolidated laws of New York State, hereby appoints Japheth A. Chavez to the position of police sergeant in the Village of Ossining Police Department from eligible list number 71706, effective May 29, 2023, at an annual salary of $127,020. This appointment is subject to a probationary period of not less than 12 nor more than 52 weeks.
Do you have a motion?
So moved.
Any comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
And I think Omar said aye as well, up on there. Okay. Ready to go. Hello there. Who's pinning? Nice. I'm Rita Levin. Nice to meet you. All right, ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. I,
I, Japheth Chavez,
being duly sworn, state on my honor,
being duly sworn, state on my honor,
I will never betray my badge, my integrity, my character, or the public trust.
I will never betray my badge, my integrity, my character, or the public trust.
I will always have the courage to hold myself and others accountable for our actions.
I will always have the courage to hold myself and others accountable for our actions.
Further, that I am a resident of the state of New York
further that I'm a resident of the state of New York,
and I will support the Constitution of the United States of America and the state of New York.
and I will support the Constitution of the United States of America and the state of New York.
I will obey all the ordinances, rules, and regulations of the Village of Ossining
I will obey all the ordinance, rules, and regulations of the Village of Ossining,
and will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of
and will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Police Sergeant
in and for the said Village of Ossining,
in and said for the Village of Ossining,
New York,
New
to the
York.
best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Excellent.
Thank you.
So one of my favorite qualities of Jeff's is that he gets really nervous when you ask him to read something in front of people. I swear he's better than that. Look, I don't know where to begin. Jeff is a guy that again, I've worked with for my entire adult life, and together on patrol, then me moving through promotions and Jeff following closely behind to the detective division. Hard to quantify how much a person loves the work that they do and how much they care about something. We talked before about selecting from good and great, and that this isn't a zero-sum environment. But I promoted 2 detectives before Jeff, and I remember when he came to my office with tears in his eyes and said, "I will do anything. What do I have to do to get there? I am the person for this job." And we said to him, "Look, we know you are. Your time is coming." And it continues to come. Jeff Chavez, International Association of Chiefs of Police, 40 under 40. Jeff Chavez, the guy who's changing the world in policing. And when I tell you changing the world, last week I looked on Instagram and I saw Rodney Harrison, who used to be the chief of department in New York City, is now the commissioner of police in Suffolk County with his Spanish language Instagram page. There is one person who did that before him. I looked today and saw the 4-7 precinct in the Bronx, Chess with Cops. There was one person that did that before them. People will laugh. People will look at it. They'll call it hokey, and they'll have things to say about the things that you do. But when you watch what the impact is, when you see the messages coming in from all over the state and all over the region saying, my police department doesn't have a guy that'll speak my language that's accessible 24 hours a day. And if anybody that lived in this village knew the number of overtime hours that Jeff hasn't put in for, as he's answered Facebook messages day, night, weekend, holiday, at all hours, to make sure that people feel seen and people feel heard and that they have somebody to go to. It's changing the world of policing. It's not about chess. It's about sitting down people and making connections. It's about building community. And what's more magical is that as he goes out to do these things, we see more and more cops from here. It's not one guy doing this. It's a department that backs this. It's his coworkers going out and saying, I'll be a part of that too. Changing the world of policing. So now, on a much smaller scale, we're going to ask him to go out and patrol, take 5 or 6 cops and inspire them every single day to be a little better than they were the next. Congratulations.
Thanks so much.
So I just wanted to conclude on behalf of the board. This is a great police department, and during my lifetime, and I'm not the youngest person on the board, but during my lifetime, this is probably one of the hardest past 5, maybe 8 years to be a cop in the United States of America. All sorts of reasons, all over the place, across the country and locally. But when you live here and you see the hard work being done, and folks like this who are every day going out there and honestly really enjoy their job, which is what I think the community sees all the time. It's really important connecting with the kids. I was talking today to the captain about really helping more of our high schoolers and college kids know that this is a good career. It's an honorable profession, certainly more than most. And you guys are really great examples. On behalf of the entire board, I get to speak, but it's the entire board. Couldn't be prouder, couldn't be happier. Love the idea that we have so many cops from Ossining, so that your families are here, your friends, the community, all behind you. I think it's wonderful. I hope that all of you retire from here at some point, because I want you to stay here your entire careers. I think it's great for all the cops in the room. It's not you guys, but today it's your day. So on behalf of the board and the community, I want to thank you for all the great work that you do. You're super popular, especially with Facebook. And that's really, I can't top what the chief said. It's exactly on point. And to all of the families and all of the other cops that are here, doing a great job. We couldn't be prouder. And I hope you feel the same. I hope you're here for a long, long time. So I thank you for your service.
Before you do that, can I have a motion to adjourn, please?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
We only came for this, actually.
Thank you.
We had a whole different thing going on. We came, actually, we did not have a regular meeting after this than we normally do. We actually came to this today, so that's done in a timely fashion.
We have to turn for executive session.
Adjourn for executive. We didn't say that.
Adjourn for executive session
So
for
moved.
matters of personnel.
Second.
Second.
Thank
Third, fourth.
you.
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Jesse, out there on the staircase, if you want
Sure.
family members, that's usually how.
Karen, who's the woman right there with the phone and the blue top? Oh, yeah.
Well, we're gonna take a picture with you guys and then you can do your family pictures out. We just want to. No, I think we should do them here because there's already two people there. We're just gonna do it right here. Can you do it? All right, sure.
I know, I told them that. I tell them all the time.
We need to switch in, otherwise.
Who's taking a picture?